Young Thug fans are turning on him. Let's get straight into the video. Let's see what this shit's about. I know this nigga just got out of jail too, so like shouldn't he be dropping like more music? I feel like he dropped like 2 songs. Like, bro, drop an album, my nigga. Like, damn.
Thug done beat a Rico and came out lame as hell. Young Thug's run since
that's
getting
crazy.
out, showing DJ Khaled barely being able to play basketball. Ever since Thug got out of jail, showing a picture that says, when you find out your goat is washed.
This is Lightning McQueen crashing out. Oh my god.
After Young Thug came home
what
after
the fuck?
Rico, fans expected him to make a grand return, a first day out single, an album, a tour, and even
bro, I thought Young Thug was gonna release the craziest shit of the century when he got out.
From that, he dropped
Where's
a
this nigga
single
at?
which fans laughed at for being incredibly boring, repeatedly calling Gunna a rap, even though Thug
yo, it's good. Welcome to the stream.
deal, signing upcoming Atlanta artist
Who the fuck is this?
who has disturbing allegations against him, and most recently, even labeling Kid Cudi as a rat for testifying against Diddy. It's been a complete mess for Thug.
Yo, what the fuck is going on with this nigga Young Thug?
His album next
God
month,
damn.
it's not looking too great for him. So let's bring it all the way back to the May of 2022, pretty much 3 years ago from now. Young Thug
And this nigga got arrested.
and 28 other YSL associates were charged in a 56-count Georgia RICO. Now, of course, everyone was devastated. Thug is seen as an Atlanta legend, not only putting out hits and albums.
Yo, nah, I remember when this nigga got arrested, bro. That shit was like breaking news history, nigga. Like, god damn, bro. Young Thug getting arrested? Nigga, Young Thug? Like, P. Diddy, I'm not gonna lie, P. Diddy, we were okay with getting arrested. Like, P. Diddy was fine. Like, nobody was gonna miss him. But nigga, Young Thug, nigga? The ATL legend? The motherfucking... The Thug, nigga? Nah, bro. Somebody had to pay for that one.
Loved, but also being seen as an inspiration to multiple generations of artists, whether it be the likes of Uzi, Carti, and Lil Baby, claiming they all look up to Thug, or even this newest generation, with the likes of Yeep, Ken Carson, and SoFaygo. And the thing with Thug's career at that point in time was, even though he was already deep into the game, numbers-wise, he was just entering his peak. In 2019, he achieved his first #1 album with So Much Fun, selling 131,000 units in its first week. Followed up by
that album was crazy.
2 and Punk in
if you guys don't know, So Much Fun, motherfucking, what was that one song called? Goddamn, I can't think of it. Fuck it, but that shit was hard. That shit was hard. I'm not gonna lie.
The following years, which all
it was Fuck Cancer. Shout out to Boosie. Yeah, bro, that song. Bro, Fuck Cancer, bro.
Also landed at
crazy.
#1 position in the Billboard 200 albums charts, which completely outperformed anything he put out in the past.
Wait, no. That wasn't So Much Fun. My bad.
Thug had never cracked the top spot or 6-figure openings. So, as Thug was incarcerated, he was scorching hot, with fans expecting this Rico to make even more buzz around his name, allowing him to come home greater and bigger than ever.
And living like the lifestyle.
Man, the first
that song was crazy.
Alone would break the internet.
Lifestyle?
I mean, we've seen it before. When a rapper gets locked up and then eventually freed, it creates this huge anticipation as fans haven't heard anything from him in such a long time. And not only did the actual arrest of...
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When Kodak Black got locked out and Donald Trump freed his ass, bro. Yo, yo, that shit was anticipated as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Thug and Gunna have mainstream attention, but also all the events surrounding the trial. Truly humble under God, Thug's music being played in the courtroom, Gunna supposedly snitching, Lil Woody's theatrics on the stand. It was like some sort of TV show. And I mean, his label was even dropping his music throughout his time away. Singles with the likes of Yeet, Calvin Harris, and Mariah the Scientist, even dropping an entire Metro Boomin curated album.
Isn't he dating Mariah the Scientist right now?
None of these had that real hype or feeling, as it wasn't actually Thug dropping the music, it was people behind the scenes. And now let's move on to Young Thug's release from jail, because this is where the real controversy starts. So Thug would end up getting 15 years of probation.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. This nigga looks chopped, bro. Oh my god. In jail, they was not feeding this nigga, bro. Or actually, let me scratch that. They was feeding this nigga too much, bro. God damn. Like, bro, his dreads, oh my god, bro. Look like chopped cheese, bro. Bro, why? Okay, this has to be a filter. Like, why they do my nigga like this, bro? Like, no way this nigga look this chopped on fucking on trial, bro. Like, god damn. Like, yo, I'm glad Young Thug is out. But goddamn, bro, like they did not have you on that Nivea treatment, bro. Like your skin texture was fucking sandpaper, my nigga. God damn.
Which many saw as a success. He is able to go straight home after facing life in prison. However,
yo, he really beat that case though.
Some terms that
he really beat that case though.
How he would go about his career. No Metro Atlanta for 10 years. No contact with.
This nigga got banned from ATL? Damn. Yo, where does he stay though?
Anyone he knows to be in a criminal street gang or with any co-defendant.
Okay, so you can't hang out with your boys anymore?
Contractual music business.
That's
cannot
crazy.
Promote a gang on social media. No use of gang hand signs, lingo or symbolism. Zero guns within arm's reach of him.
That's hard.
Random drug screens. So that's just some of them. Ones that I think would.
Did you see it, bro? It said zero guns within arm's reach of him. Nigga, so a gun could be over there on the table down the street, like over there, like 10 feet away, and I could still have it over there.
Him random drug screens. So that's just some of them.
Random drug screens
would impact his career the most, because we all know a large portion of Thug's image is
they love drugs
and street activity. So with Thug literally being banned from associating himself with that, everyone thought he was going to be sent straight back to jail for violating his parole.
He been doing good though.
Suggesting he's gonna have to do a career makeover. He better start making gospel music. But most people weren't really concerned about that.
Gospel's crazy.
That the legend was home. However, his return didn't go as far as expected. As days passed after his release on the 31st of October in 2024, and fans got nothing. Some were arguing to relax, as he has just spent 2 years in a cell by himself. He probably just wants to spend some time with his family and enjoy his freedom. But then came something that severely concerned fans.
That was crazy, bro. 2 years? This nigga was locked up for 2 years?
Which is obviously quite stupid, as this is the kind of vague, aggressive language that could easily be interpreted as a violation of his probation terms. Here he is basically saying he wants to put a snitch to sleep, presumably targeting this at Gunna. Now, whilst Thug thought he was looking cool tweeting out threats like this, well, fans began literally clowning him for putting out stuff like this, when he could be called back to carry out a 15-year sentence for violating his parole terms.
Nah, 15 years is crazy, gang.
Free. Bro ain't making it that 15 years of this energy. And he would only continue to make it worse for himself, as just a week later he would tweet, "Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." Which is of course
that too was crazy.
YSL signee, who
that too was crazy.
Terms with, as he allegedly snitched on Thug and his label after taking an altered plea deal in which he admitted YSL is a gang and needs to end. Now fans argue whether he snitched or he didn't, but it's clear Thug and his people don't mess with him anymore. But
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Gunna could solo career it, bro. Like he doesn't need Thug. Like nigga, I'm gonna keep it a totally 100, bro. Like Gunna does not need Young Thug, bro. Like if it was up to me, bro, like I'd rather listen to Gunna than Young Thug. I'm gonna keep it 100.
That's not even the problem here. It's the fact he continues to put out tweets which don't look too great in court. He would end up saying he was hacked as more tweets were sent out, with one of them even trolling the state, saying he's in Metro Atlanta.
That's crazy.
That may have just been a terrible excuse he came up with. But apart from playing with his freedom and even having girlfriend issues, Thug was not releasing any music. Well, that was until the 3rd of January.
I feel like Thug just going through a lot of crazy shit.
Feature on Lil Baby's album Wham on the
Dumb,
song
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber alongside Future, which at first had insane hype, as of course it was the first official Thug verse since his arrest all the way back in 2022. And I mean, the song was hard. However, people also felt the song was boring and generic. Kinda mid, feel like I'm being gaslit by all the hype. I feel like this is just a typical song like Thug and Future do well.
Bro, honestly, I feel like Thug era and Lil Baby era, bro, like we've heard so much of the same shit. We've heard so much Thug and Gunna, bro. Or, my bad, Thug and Lil Baby, bro. Like, nigga, like, they don't evolve the sound. They don't do nothing, bro. They just release the same shit, bro. Like, honestly, like, I'm not listening to any goddamn Lil Baby in 2025. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not listening to Lil Baby in 2025, my nigga. Like, bro. Come on. It's time. Times have changed, partner.
but it just feels run of the mill. And I think we can understand what people are saying.
Am I tripping?
Like, sure, it's hard, but also pretty.
Like, it's hard, but like, bro,
which, you know, is not a bad.
I've heard
thing,
it though.
It was supposed to be this big moment, Thug first verse since his arrest, but it just didn't end up having that feel it was supposed to. Well, it will be after this that Thug will begin rolling out his next album, Oi Scutty. Metro putting out tweets stating he's working on the next album, Thug announcing his first show since his release, plastering Oi Scutty on social media, with Future also showing support.
What is Oi Scutty?
Featuring on Playboy Cardi's
the fuck is that?
album, even though it was originally a 2021 verse from a song Thug recorded with Gunna, it still gave Thug that hype he needed, and it seemed like he was properly rebuilding his hype and gearing up to drop his first official album since his arrest in 2022.
Are you playing with his hair like that?
He would actually end up making things worse for himself, as on Twitter, Young Thug would call out Marissa Viverito, an investigator with the Atlanta Police Department, calling her the biggest liar in the DA office, whilst attaching a picture of her, which backfired immediately, as District Attorney Fannie Willis filed a motion claiming Thug has engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors, compromises ongoing legal proceedings, and warrants immediate revocation of probation.
Oh my god.
Put out the tweet,
god damn. This nigga lawyer is fucking probably tired of his ass. God damn.
Leaking her address, personal information, and even made threats against her. So basically, they want Thug back in jail due to this tweet. Now, of course, Thug is not responsible for the action of other people, so the judge would deny the request as his own tweet wasn't.
I mean, that is kind of like free speech, though.
It was definitely on the riskier side.
That is kind of like free speech. Like, if he said, "I'm gonna kill this bitch," then like, bro, okay, like, chill, bro, chill. Like, bro, he just said, like, we don't fuck with her, you know?
With the judge even suggesting Thug to be careful with what he says about certain topics. While the court does not find that the size of social media post rises to the level of a violation, it may be prudent for Williams to exercise restraint regarding certain topics. With Thug himself ending off the situation by saying in a tweet, he's a good person. I don't make threats to people, I'm a good person. I would never condone any threatening anyone or definitely participate in threatening anyone. I'm all about peace and love. Now look, I just don't know why he's playing with freedom like this. Just a couple months ago, he was
I don't know why he's fucking around.
Got him life in prison, got out on time served with probation, and now he's arrested.
Thug looked crazy back then, bro. He was too skinny. God damn.
With fans, of course, having the same opinion about this, just like they had with his previous tweets. Stop doing this, or you'll go back to prison or jail. But not only were fans annoyed at Thug for not dropping music and risking his freedom, but for his newest YSL label sign.
Yo, what the fuck was that? Yo, my bad if you hear banging. God damn, bro.
The YSL label has been around since around 2016. However, hasn't had many successful artists apart from Gunna. He had Lil Keed, but unfortunately passed away, and even someone like Young KO had potential but just didn't drop for a very long time. So now without Gunna or Lil Keed, Thug needed some new proteges.
Yo, Lil Keed was hard, rest in peace.
1300 Saint, and then the very controversial Nine Vicious, who some people call Nine Victims. Born in 2002, the Atlanta native faced allegations of contacting minors. I'm prob waiting till you're 18 to do that. Don't ever post again looking that good. I love you. Come over. Oh, your age? Yes, I forgot, but I'll still talk to you and be your friend. These are the messages
that's crazy
sent to a 16-year-old whilst
bro,
he was 19. Now, even though a 3-year age gap isn't the same as a 30-year-old man trying to meet a literal kid he met through Roblox, it's still not morally right, especially with him even admitting he will wait till she's 18. And also, this is America, so it is illegal for people of those ages to...
What?
Yeah. And it continued to get worse.
I mean, 19 in 2020 ain't that crazy, but like... below that, bro, I don't know,
for
bro.
him, well, he made it worse himself. I don't know. As his response to these allegations, bruh, and a bunch of sub emojis. Anyways, show finna be crazy. But that's not it, as later in a song from his project, Tumblr Music, he would say, I know I effed up, I admit it, I was horny. Which is a terrible music.
Yo, what the fuck?
I know I effed up, I admit it.
Yo, why is it? Yo, what's up with these Atlanta niggas, bro? Like, come on, my nigga. Like, really, nigga? Bro? The hair. Why does this nigga have edges? Yo, why does this nigga have edges, bro? Like, please like, bro, the niggas is, oh my god. Okay. This shit is crazy, bro.
I was horny, which
what
is a terrible
fuck?
response to allegations that could be career ending. And with Thug then publicly co-signing him in a tweet where he wrote his lyrics, fans would be pretty disappointed. Worst thing you've ever done. So we're just letting the group shit go, Thug? Yeah, you gotta go back to jail, man. Now, some people may use the excuse that Thug didn't know, but I'm pretty sure he definitely does, as he retweets and responds to fans often. So he definitely reads his replies. So yeah, of course.
Yo, what is this mask, bro? Like, so are all these niggas wearing masks and shit, bro? Like, trying to be Kanye West and shit, bro. What the fuck is this? Like, bro, what is this mask?
And responds to fans often. So
nigga,
he definitely reads his reply.
What is this? What is that? Dracula's mask, bro.
So yeah, of course, this is not a great look for Thug. It obviously won't really change people's opinion of him, but...
I'm not gonna lie, I still fuck with Thug, though.
But this is also rap, where you can pretty much get away with anything as long as people like your music. Because Nine Vicious is still having a great career, considering how
I've never heard of him.
Out for. I mean, I don't think he even has like 300,000 monthly listeners, and he's already signed to Young Thug. Anyways, after all that drama, 6 months since his release from jail, Thug would drop his first single out, Money on Money, featuring Future.
That song was mid, I'm not gonna lie.
To set off the album rollout, but Future fans were sort of disappointed. It's not that the song was bad, but underwhelming.
The visuals are dope though.
Thug, but am I the only one that thinks this is underwhelming? I don't know, let's wait till the album. These geezers need to try something new. Holy F, what a snooze.
Nigga said geezers.
Gonna die for the love of God. And not only did people think the song was boring, but fans were annoyed.
It was kind of boring.
Thug was once again sending shots at Gunna on this track. These F fellas are telling for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friends. With Thug's influence, you would expect fans to be siding with him. However, if you check the replies,
I like Gunna, bro. Gunna's cool.
Gunna. He didn't tell. Chill on Gunna, not gonna lie, you'll both be the system, just squash it now. Gunna took a plea deal, Buddy over here called him a rat. Just for him also to take a plea deal. Thug must have wanted to be the first fella to get that plea bargain. And I feel like the big reason of why fans are siding with Gunna is because since he was released, he's been on fire. He had FU Me, which peaked at a number
That's crazy.
Billboard Hot 100.
Fuck You Me was hard.
Then many hit songs from his second album after his release, One of One, such as One of One, On One Tonight, and Hakuna Matata. Now, even though some people are now clowning Hakuna Matata, for putting out Get Ready With Me,
and he lost weight too. He been in the gym.
It's working, whereas Thug's run has been a bit shaky. Anyways, back to Thug, it seemed like fans were getting tired, and unfortunately, he would continue with his stupid antics. On the 22nd of May, artist Kid Cudi would be subpoenaed to testify against Diddy.
Yo, what the fuck Kid Cudi been doing, bro? Like, what has Kid Cudi been doing?
About an alleged Molotov cocktail attack he carried out on his Porsche. Well, this is where Thug would step in and tweet, "Damn, Cudi a rat," which honestly felt like a breaking point for people on social media, because Thug got absolutely cooked for this. Young Thug almost 40 and still got the mindset of a child.
Almost touching 40.
Thug done beat a
bro, almost touching 40.
Lame as hell. I'm telling you, son, we gotta start acknowledging the fact some fellas just on earth to hold black people back. I mean, there's a lot to break down about this situation. Firstly, Cudi isn't a street dude and has never acted like one. And second of all, he was subpoenaed, meaning he was called up to court and legally had to turn up to testify. Otherwise, they would have thrown him in jail. So with everything that we have covered so far, I think we can easily
what did Kid Cudi have to do with any of this?
Young Thug since his release from jail. You know, it was such a big moment. The legendary rapper facing life imprisonment, got off on probation, and is ready to make the craziest return to the rap game. Just for him
I've not seen any return, I'm not gonna lie.
Baby, a 2021 verse on a Carti album, drop a generic song.
Bro dropped one song and started 2 beefs.
Tweets. It's just disappointing. Personally, I thought the first day Thug got released, he was going to drop some crazy song which was going to go viral. Now, I understand why he didn't. He's just been locked away for 2 years. He probably just wants to rest and see his family. And of course, with his parole terms, he has to be careful with what he says.
Bro's been released for
it's been like
3, 4 months now? 5 months?
He's about to drop his album, Oi Scutty, which was actually supposed to drop in May, but got pushed back. With some fans even believing it got pushed back because because no one really cared about it.
UI Scooty, his return album, his first album since coming home from jail, you know, that album that everyone was hyping up before it even existed, was supposed to come out this Friday. I bet some of you watching this video didn't know that. Nobody was talking about it.
I didn't know that.
Big deal.
I honestly didn't even know about the album.
They didn't care. It just wasn't talked about because it felt like people didn't care. Now, Young Thug has pushed the album back to June, and I think that that is actually part of the reason as to why.
June. I still think that's too early.
The album's not even released yet. It was already under attack after it was confirmed
niggas in crop tops with guitars and shit.
21 Savage was featuring on the project, which just had many fans thinking, oh great, another generic trap album with features from the same artists, Lil Baby, Future, and 21 Savage. Which again isn't a terrible thing, but you know, with Thug, people.
Bro, it's just the same combo, nigga. Yo, I feel like rappers nowadays, bro. Oh my god. I feel like rappers nowadays are like fucking combo spammers when it comes to like fighting games, bro. Like, they just be spamming the same combos of fucking features. Like, these niggas be having... What, bro, it's either Future, Drake, Travis Scott, Don Toliver, or... Who else? Nigga, like... Oh, yeah, 21 Savage. And nigga, that's it, bro. Like, bro, they combo spamming the same rappers, nigga. Like, bro, you expect me to listen to the same thing when I got 5 different of my favorite artists combo spamming the same rappers? Nigga, you expect me to listen to that shit, bro? I don't want to hear that, bro. I'd rather go listen to some motherfucking Yeet or something. I don't even know, bro. And even Yeet now is becoming like, man, you know? So, damn. Fuck. Like, bro, mix it up, bro. Change it up, gang. Change it up. Fuck, I'm begging, bro. I'm on my hands and knees, bro. Please, gang. Different features, please.
Out of the norm, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think.
Shit.
Are you excited for Thug's album?
No, personally, I'm not excited for that shit.
I'm
not gonna lie.
Young Thug fan. He's a bit before.
I'm gonna check it out, but damn.
Time. Like, I've listened to his albums, I probably have like 20 or 30 songs liked by him on Spotify, but I'm not an avid fan of him compared to someone like Uzi or Carti. But again, that's due to my age. But another issue I think there is of Young Thug is like, there's a lot of people who like the idea of Young Thug or just follow the hype of Thug because they know he's a respected figure, but only a minority of those people actually check out his music, if that makes sense. Like, everyone knows he's a super influential dude, so they just kind of have to like and respect him. I think just one of those situations where Thug's influence, name, and image is just bigger than his actual music. Like, he's still a huge artist that, you know, that can pull crazy numbers, but maybe just not as big as we think, because if we look at his album sales, he's never really reached the heights of someone like Lil Baby
or like Drake,
Uzi. He's, you know, his highest selling album is 130,000. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you think of Thug's
I'm pretty sure Uzi had an album that sold like 150,000. Am I mistaken? Like, I'm pretty sure one of Uzi's albums like has sold in 300,000. Like, bro, that is double Thugs. I'm not gonna lie.
Since he was released, and will you be checking out his album?
Actually, let's Google that.
Saw fans compare Young
Let's Google that.
From jail and how he did it pretty much perfectly, and it's what Thug should have done. Young Boy announced a huge nationwide arena tour, dropped a bunch of songs including features from Ye and Carti, obviously creating insane
Love is Rage 2.
Like, I don't even listen to
Love is Rage 2 sold 2 million copies. First week. Yeah, bro, I was damn near close, bro. Eternal Atake sold 288,000 copies. Nigga, that's damn near 300,000. Young Thug is only topped at 150K? Or was it 130K? I don't even know. Nigga, that's wild, bro. Like, Thug is cool and everything, but like, bro, I feel like everything is just like
a Young Boy,
the same. Everything is just the same, bro. Since I've been in high school. Like, I've been out of high school for like 8 years. Swear to God. 6 years.
Be crazy, loads of hits, goes
God
on
damn.
a tour and takes over the game. We'll have to wait and see. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment.
But that's the video, everybody. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Let me know what y'all think about Young Thug's career, where it's headed, his beef with Gunna. I think they should just squash that shit, me personally. But yeah, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll fuck with y'all boys in the next one.